This is Alex Beermaster. Welcome to my channel. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for holding the fort down. I appreciate it. I am so sorry. I started this at 7, but it is what it is. So today we are doing pork chops and beer.
Beer.
And today on my panel, and tonight on my panel, it's legendary Beer Man, legendary Drunken One, and legendary Bumpy.
Cheers.
Welcome, everybody. Now let me get the stuff going. Bam, bam.
I didn't see that one coming. Okay.
Okay, I'm going with it. Whatever. So I got this pork chop. It's cold by now. Not just because we were waiting around, but I had it for dinner earlier, so it's from the fridge now. So it will be cold, but I did put it on the smoker. And these were pesky little pork chops as well. They did not want to get up to temp for whatever reason. But the rub that's on this, because it's not red because of the smoke, it's red because of the seasoning. And I use this Killer Hogs barbecue, the barbecue rub. The ingredients in this are brown sugar, paprika, salt, spices, dehydrated garlic, with some other type of paprika, dehydrated orange peel, natural flavor. Yeah, so basically it's got a little bit of spice to it, but it's mostly on the sweet side. The beer that I'm going to be drinking with my pork chop is called Never Green. It is a double New England IPA coming in at 8%, and it is a collaboration between Widowmaker out of someplace in Massachusetts and Braintree, Massachusetts, and Deciduous Brewing Company, which is out of, I don't know the exact town in New Hampshire. I want to say Exeter, but I don't think it actually is Exeter, New Hampshire that they're out of, but they're somewhere around there anyways. I'll pour this up in my dirty glass.
Dirty Mafia glass. I don't know who says that. A couple of YouTubers do say that.
But this is actually dirty because it's been being used today. So,
okay.
Yeah, pours with a half and half head, half beer. It is fairly tight knit bubbles, kind of frothy on top, white head. Color of the beer itself is that pretty much standard gold to orange coloration and very hazy. So, cheers.
Cheers, everybody. All right. Legendary Beer Man. Bam.
Hey, all right, man.
Nice new place, Beer Man. Keep up the good work, brother.
Yeah, I feel like I'm in an asylum. I'm taking all my posters down. So this is I kind of put a conglomeration of shit in here. So I've got some seasoned sausages, like summer sausages that I baked in the oven, and then I put applesauce and cream cheese over some thin pork chops, thinner pork chops.
Ooh,
but
nice.
It kind of had some time it got cool, so it's all settled down and weird. But it's all good. We're gonna eat that. And then I got one from Great Notion out of Portland, Oregon. Or Happy Earth Day, it says, a 4/21/22. It was canned. It's called the Star Sour. It's a double IPA, probably more than likely a New England Danipa. 8.3%. And so let's go ahead and pour that up.
All right. Thanks for joining Legendary Beer Man, everybody. Sorry about being late.
You are welcome, man. Thanks for having us.
Man, I didn't think it would be that late though. God damn, Legendary Beer Man.
Finger creamy white head with a nice golden straw. Let's say a straw color, hazy beer. Smells nice and citrusy. Kind of looking forward to seeing if this goes good together. Cheers, guys. Right on.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers.
All right, Mr. Drunko.
All right. So I brought a baked potato. No, I didn't. I brought a pork chop. Looks like this. I did it up on the grill. Really simple recipe: salt, pepper, garlic only. 145 for the temperature.
Broski, what's up?
The lone pork chop, right? The lone pork. It's a pretty thick one though, huh? It's about a finger and a half thick, and yeah, it's smells really awesome. I was using my new Inkbird thermometer thing, and so I knew exactly when it was ready. Awesome. And then I'm got a wham 4.3% Bush out of St. Louis, Missouri, U.S. of A. Yay, yay.
Bush.
Get it poured up in here in my fancy dancy Budweiser glass. Pour hard because that's the way they like them, right? All right. And it's just what you would expect. Nice clear beer, quite effervescent. Finger and a half head, dissipating somewhat quickly. And yeah, so that's what I got. Cheers, gang.
Cheers.
Food Friday.
All right.
Pork chops.
It's a late Fruit Friday, but that's okay. We'll make do, as Drunk One and everybody says.
Well, fast forward.
Yes. Fast forward to now. I'm going to be drinking Mad Elf. One of my people from work gave me this, so I figured, get into the late Christmas spirit. Who cares? You know, it's a beer. I'm going to enjoy it. You can age this anyway, so it really doesn't really matter. Actually, there's a spin-off of it called Angry Elf. Never had it yet, but I could probably get Angry Elf if it's just not Christmassy. As long as it's not Christmassy like this, I guess I can get Angry Elf, but that's still it's still Christmas because it's now. I don't know. I have to look that up.
Right.
So, that smells pretty darn good. Pour this in the glass. Smells a little cherry. Looks delicious. Looks pretty darn good. A little dark, a little light on my side, but a little dark on yours. So, all right. Let's make sure the sandwich, and then we continue on.
Sandwich.
Doing our things. And that, my friends, is what a sandwich looks like. I have it honey mustard. I should put more stuff on it, but hey, decided to have the fancy bread. It's going to be delicious either way. And when I bite into it, I'll show you the bite, see what it looks like inside, and all that good stuff. So, I think it's legendary Bumpy's turn now, and we're going to go from there, shall we?
All right. Well, let's go with this beer first because, it's always good to go with the beer first because you don't want the food in case it does interrupt with any flavor profiles of the beer.
And BC, if you have a pork chop, I can send you the link. I can send it to you if you want to join.
We're not going to wait for you to cook a pork chop.
No, do that, but
at least I'm not. The aromas. It's definitely got a juiciness to it. It's a bit of that mango and papaya, a little bit of that kind of herbal spice note, a touch of pineapple in there. A little bite of peach. I decided to take an acid reflux pill, so I'm going to wait for that to kick in. A little bit of malt sweetness as well. So let's take a swig here. I'll let you know what the flavors are. Cheers.
Cheers. All right. Legendary beer, man.
Hold still. He's not done yet.
Oh, sorry. Lost my mind.
Listen, bud.
Yeah, it's a medium body. It's got kind of a creamy mouthfeel to it. Medium carbonation as well. There's some bready notes in there from the malt. A little bit. A touch of oat and grain. Fruity flavors on it from the hops are kind of mimicking mostly what the aromatics were. It's just not as sweet on the palate as it was in the nostrils. But yeah, it's got a little bit of that kind of mango to papaya touch, bit earthy. Kind of has that earthy finish to it, earthy and herbal. So a little zesty. maybe a little bit. We'll just go with moderately bitter, I guess. That kind of works. It's got a bitterness to it. It's not overly done. It's not so under bitter that you don't taste bitterness as well. So moderate works. Yeah, not a lot of like pineapple type notes. Like I got a little bit of pineapple in the aromas, but it is more of that kind of mango to papaya stuff like that. Maybe just a touch of a peach note in there as well. So I'd say maybe some of that bready malt and stuff is a little bit more on the palate than what the hops are giving off. All right, so I already took a bite or two out of my pork chop, but you can see the center.
Oh yeah,
It's cooked. Now this is a thick chop, it's like Dio's. Mine's boneless. This does leave a stickiness on the fingers with the rub that was on there. All the juices from the pork chop start spewing out, and they make it all sticky. Caramelizes it basically. So the smell you get, because I did smoke it, so I am picking up on it's a blend. I used a blend of pellets. Smoked. So it's a little bit mesquite, a little bit hickory. Touch of that rub, you get a little bit of a sweetness. And you can't really smell the pork chop because the pork chop's fairly bland if you don't do anything to it. So, all right. But yeah, plenty of aromatics coming off this chop. Let's take a bite. Cheers.
Shall we?
Cheers. Still juicy.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's enough. Like this is such a thick pork chop that even though I heavily season this, you got enough of that pork chop meat in there to just balance out the flavor. You're getting the kind of sweetness. There's a little bit of a salinity to this rub as well, but it is on the sweeter end, and then just a little tiny touch of spice. It's quite nice. It's a good rub. I recommend it. Buy it at Walmart, actually. Killer hogs. I think another bite of this pork chop will drink the beer. We'll see if it matches, if it works together.
Certainly.
Certainly, people.
Probably the best pork chops I've ever made.
Oh yeah.
Those look good, man. Jesus.
I was ready for pork chops. Sometimes you get that hankering for something, and pork chop always works.
Yeah. The only thing that really happens is the beer washes down the pork chop and all the seasoning. And I'm left with a little bit of the spice from the seasoning still afterwards. It does boost up that bitterness. Kind of gives it a little bit of a grapefruit or orange peel type or rind bittering effect. So it kind of detracts a little bit from the malt presence from the beer, and it just kind of boosts up the hoppy bitterness. All right. Well, that's all I got. Cheers. On to the next.
All right. Yeah. Legendary beer man and the drunken one. Bam. And then me.
Hey, all right, man. Let's get the beer going. So let's get our nose in there. Well, you get an orange pith right away. Somewhat of a kind of a danky kind of resinousy thing going on with hops. It's very orange and very kind of like a grapefruit orange. It's more citrus forward, has a little bit of a tropical push in there. Maybe some pineapple, more of like a Oh no, man. Orange is the big thing. I guess more of a citrus. All right. Enough smelling that shit. All right, let's drink this. Cheers.
Howie, cheers. What's BC say?
Soft, smooth mouthfeel. Body's medium. Finish is kind of drying. But right away with the flavors, man, you're getting that straight up hardcore pith softness, that pithy underbite, that little meaty stuff from the orange, little from the grapefruit. It's really pushing that all the way around the mouth. You're getting a little peach apricot.
Did he say he's making a what's it called? A pork chop, Mr. BC? I'll be surprised if he is.
He's a man that makes me wish I had cooked a pork chop.
Ow. Okay. Oh, I'll have something for next Friday. Appreciate you. You'll know.
What the hell are those things called?
Hookers?
No, the pine tip, the pine tips, the tips on the pine. The
Spruce tips.
Yeah, spruce tips. It's very spruce tippy, in the finish with that orange pith and the pine and the grapefruit. So it's got a nice little but it's not bitter at all. It's not at all. It's more like a piney kind of spruce tippy resinous, hoppy kind of resinous thing with that nice fruit that I mentioned. Very nice, very good beer. Very soft, very inviting. Very. I just want to try it more. I want to keep drinking it. All right, so let's get into. I'm gonna have one of these first, just before I get into the actual pork chop. I know it was pork chops, but I had some summer
I
sausage.
don't care. Still delicious. Still
You got
pork
some-
chops.
They got some applesauce on them. Real good with the spicy umami kind of sausage thing. Little bacon forward, little smoked hickory. All right, yeah, that was really good. All right, and then I got hold on. So I got put some cream cheese. I just thought, okay, let's put cream cheese on there with. I was gonna do a sour ale with this, but I think IPA will work good. Let's get some of that cut. All right. Sorry, I'm trying to get.
It's okay, let's drink beer, man. I was a little late, so don't worry. I'm actually a lot late, not little.
It's all good.
Well, it's white.
Yeah.
That's good with the cream cheese, man.
It doesn't. Right.
That adds a nice little creamy, cheesy kind of. And then the apple. I was thinking going jalapeno jelly as well, but I couldn't find any. That sounded good. That is really good. That is really, really good. And then with the summer sausage, or whatever, it's not a summer sausage, it's like a fucking sausage thing. One of those like horseshoe looking sausages that has seasoning in it over at Kroger or whatever.
Smoked sausage, yeah. Awesome.
Excuse my language.
You're good.
It's a don't show beer, man. You're good. Told you that.
That is really good with that sweet appley, and then you get the creamy cheesy kind of thing, cream cheese, and then you get like that umami kind of. And what I did is when I cooked it in the pan, cooked the sausage in the oven, cooked that pork chop in the pan, and I brushed on. I made a IPA mixed with some regular sugar, and then put in some Worcestershire sauce, and kind of mixed it around, and just drizzled it on twice during the cook. So it added a lot of sweet umami, like savoriness to the pork chops. And then you get like that nice peppery, garlicky. I put some garlic salt or garlic powder all over the sausage. So it added a lot of and onion powder, and it just brought that out more. And it really goes well with the apple and the cream cheese. It's super, super nice. Let's hold on, man. Wait. Let's get one more try here. Trying to be fast.
Don't rush. No, don't worry about it. Let's do it, beer, man.
Well, let's. I just want to get all that in my mouth, all together, and then have a beer with it and see what happens. I'm gonna choke you on your show, dude. I'm choking striking. You know, I'm and shit.
Whoa. Seafood.
The fat, the gristle in that pork is good too. It's kind of nice. Adds a little bit of the texture of gristle is not really that great though, in my opinion. But all right. Goddamn, this is so good. Wow. My grandma always said, chew 30 times before swallowing.
Yes.
Damn. Oh, there's food flying out everywhere. I think it's on my monitor.
Oh my God, help me.
Yeah. Well, it's nice. It works well with the apple, the citrus, the kind of a sweeter New England. It's really nice, not too much bitter. Has enough pininess in there to kind of break through some of the umami and other weirdness. It's really nice. It kind of that pithy kind of. It's kind of like an old orange or like a pithy old orange or something. It's really nice.
Okay.
Kind of wraps around all that applesauce and cheese, and then over the umami spices and stuff like that. So, yeah, man, it's good. I'd rather have a West Coast. That's better. West Coast works better. But yeah, this is a good beer. Not bad with the mix. Cheers, guys. Sorry that took so long. Damn it. But
It's okay, I'm the same way.
thank you, Alex. Cheers.
You're welcome.
Cheers.
All right, I think it's a legendary bumpy.
Nope.
Drunken one, and then
Yep.
bam.
All right. Wow, boy, that's hard to follow beer, man, with all of his descriptors and his fancy ass culinary arts he's got going. Mine was salt, pepper, garlic. To give it a little color, I did put some paprika on it. I grilled it up on the hot side just for a second, and then to the cooler side to let it go ahead and continue cooking. It's white on the inside. It's a lot like Jesse's in the sense that the meat is thick enough to where there really could have been more spice on it. I did use I was thinking something else. I did a chicken with some other spice. Anyway, yeah, salt, pepper, garlic, and paprika, and yeah, get a cut on it. It's very squishy. You know, it's not overcooked whatsoever. It's very, very, very pliable, very kind of squishy, and got a great texture. We'll get into it. Cheers.
Cheers.
Pork chops. Man, I love pork chops.
Cheers, deal.
I'm happy we did this, but I sworn we did pork chops at one point. I know I thought we did.
I'm not sure. Yeah, very flavorful. Like I said, it's cooked just perfect. It's done all the way through without being dried out. The salt, pepper, obviously, is there. Garlic. I think I might have put some onion powder on there too. I don't know. Whoa, excuse me. Go willy-nilly, just grabbing the shit out of there. Shake some of this on there, some of that. Main thing is don't overcook and don't overspice. Very flavorful, excellent. I'm glad there's more of them because I'm going to have a late night treat later on tonight. Anyway, the beer. What can you say about Busch? Old favorite, find it everywhere, cheap. The clear, like you would think. Lost the head entirely. Goes really well. I should have got me some applesauce and cream cheese. Or corn on the cob or something.
Really good.
Anyway, I'm sure digging it. They certainly go together. What's better than barbecue and cold beer? Nothing. Right? That's where we're at, man. I guess that's all I got. The beer, the beer is the beer. You know, it's kind of corny smelling, lackluster. 4.3%. So you got to drink a few of them. That's what I got, Alex.
True that. There's a legendary Tanner. Welcome. All right, let me blow myself up too.
Cheers, Tanner.
Yeah,
Bam.
from last night Power Hour. Yes, sir. I know that's right.
All right. So, I'm going to be drinking the Mad Elf Christmas edition, as you all know, the original. Yep. And this is what the sandwich looks like. I had a bite into it because I was a little hungry. This is my dinner. So that's what it looks like. Nice and white. And then obviously there's mustard and all that. I'm happy that's not goozing out because I don't want to be on my computer. That'll be nasty. So I'm going to drink the beer first, and then I'm like, you know what? Let's bite into the sandwich first. I'm hungry.
There you go.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers to you, sir.
Cheers.
Enjoy.
Cheers, Alex.
Thanks to my brother's girlfriend. She put teriyaki, the stuff that I eat when it comes to Drunken One's beef jerky, which that's delicious too.
Yes, sir. Man.
That's the stuff I have on my sandwich here. It's the teriyaki sauce. Deliciousness. The even though I kind of overcooked it, it still has that nice, delicious, moist, soft, crunchy way of you're supposed to eat a pork chop. Nice and meaty. The honey mustard goes really well with this. This might be a high rating after this because it's still very delicious. Even if I overcooked it somewhat, it's still perfect. The way Bumpy described it for me to do, make it nice and moist, make it nice and juicy, and it's perfect.
And cooked.
Yeah.
That's you don't want to be going, oh.
I thank you for your help there, legendary Bumpy. This smells like, it doesn't smell like cherries, but it smells like olive oil or something. Maybe it's just me. I don't know.
Olive oil?
Olive oil, like a sweet. I don't know. You have to remember, this is brewed with real cherries. This is not a fake cherry.
Oh, all right.
Olive oil? You're talking more like a vinegar?
Yeah, maybe that's what I'm thinking. Maybe.
So I can see cherry like vinegar-esque like.
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't. No, it's not vinegar-esque. It just doesn't smell like an actual cherry.
The Wild Creek.
Wait a minute.
I was just trying to figure out the olive oil.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out too, but it's not. Cherry doesn't have that. As I smell it, though, I do smell a little bit of cherry, but it's not an actual. It's an actual cherry, so that's why it doesn't have that cherry sweetness, if you know what I mean, like a cherry candy. You know what I mean? It's not like that. So nice head, nice frothy head, or at least somewhat on the glass before I even drink out of it. Let's see what this tastes like, shall we? Cheers.
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 Yeah, you know what? As I drink that does taste like cherry. I like it. I didn't think I was going to like it because I thought when I drank it before, not my cup of tea. But it has that great sweetness too. Nice mouthfeel. Yeah. Don't drink 3 or 4 of these. You can drink maybe 1 or 2, but 3 of them, that'll keep you warm and toasty, all right. Not what you want because it is 11%, and it's 15, and it's 15 IBUs.
Wow.
How old is it, brother?
Yeah. How old is it? Oh, probably.
No, I said hallelujah, brother.
Yeah. So let's see what it tastes like with this.
It's a big one.
Cheers.
Food ears.
Food ears.
That's right good. Goes really well with the with that beer. You got that cherry taste, and then you got that sweetness with it.
All right.
And you have that little bit of bitterness, but it's a lot more sweetness because obviously that's what it's supposed to be. Not too bad.
Pork chop sandwich action. Yeah, buddy.
Mhm.
A little bit of gristle there.
Very good.
Is that the first time you cooked pork chops?
By myself? Kind of, yeah.
Nice.
But
Sounds like they turned out okay.
I did. It turned out really well. I'll have to check out the other one, see if it's. I mean, it's hot, burning hot, but and it looked like it was white. But that's why I redid it, because I don't want to poison myself.
Right.
That's one thing you don't want to do. Cheeseburgers, hamburgers, you can have a medium rare or whatever, because that's a totally different meat when it comes to pork chops.
The pork and chicken's got to be cooked all the way through.
It sucks, but you have to. So, yeah, this stuff's good, and wow, nice and crunchy too. So that's it for that. Very good. Goes really well with the beer. Goes really well with the sandwich. Right. Thanks for you guys for coming. And now we're going to continue on with the next person eating. And that is B-Man. Oh, no, Bumpy. And then
All right. Yeah, I'll give my scores. I think we'll start off with the pork chop. Like I said, that was probably the best pork chop that I've ever personally cooked.
Nice.
I mean, of course, a lot of times I used to do, the shake and bake pork chops, bake them in the oven, whatever. But or maybe grill them, but I didn't really season it with that. And it's all about really the seasoning when it comes to a pork chop. And then also, how it's cooked, meaning if it's not going to be dry as hell and splintering in your mouth.
Well,
So having that juiciness, but still having it be done, and just the flavor of that seasoning really made this pop up. And I'll actually talk about that later when I talk about the beer and the food pairing. But yeah, I'll give the pork chop a 98 out of 100. Damn good chop. The beer, it's all right. I mean, it's kind of standardish for a New England double IPA. Nothing really wowing about it. It's only 2 weeks old as well.
Wow.
Can on date 2 weeks, the time of me drinking it right now. But like I said, it didn't really stand out above any crowd. It didn't stand with some of the best of the best double New England IPAs out there. So I'm going to land it at a 92 out of 100. I think it's still a damn good one. It's not like a store shelfie beer. It's something you can be happy with purchasing and drinking. You just I don't see anybody being. I don't know. Tanner's in the chat. He seems to like Widowmaker, so he might be wowed by it. But it was just kind of a standard decent double New England IPA. As far as the pairing went, it didn't really work all that well together. Like I said, it only kind of made negatives come out from the beer itself, and for the most part washed away what the pork chop seasoning did. Except for the remaining bit of spice that was left over. And I have a beer and food pairing chart right next to me, and I never ever look at it. And I'm sitting here looking at it, and I'm like, yeah, IPA doesn't mention anything about barbecue. Doesn't mention anything about pork. But something that does pop up on this chart, they talk about barbecue ribs. And a lot of times people, when they do the barbecue ribs, they're pork ribs, and they're seasoned, and then they're smoked. And stout is the beer style to pair.
That's what I would think. Yep.
So I was thinking that, like porter, stout, brown ale, amber ale, those all go with barbecue really well. So I just chose the wrong style of beer to pair with this. But I think the pork chops, as I said, kind of reminded me a lot of like a barbecue rib, maybe without having that actual bone that would, the bone seems to do something with keeping it, I don't know, more tender, and because ribs are typically like almost, just fall right off. Yeah. So the pork chop itself, it's got a little bit more bite to it. You got to kind of chew it a bit more, but it was still juicy, still flavorful, and some good barbecue smokiness to it. And
Nice.
yeah, so I'm just going to say that my beer and pork chop pairing was not a match.
Fair
But
enough.
they both got decent scores separately. So
Fair enough.
Awesome.
cheers.
Cheers, Melvin.
Cheers.
Yeah.
All right. Next round. I believe it's the beer man and the drunken one, and then me.
Hey, man. All right. So, yeah, man, the beer was good. It was definitely not. We'll get into that, but it was alone was a good beer. A good Dinipa, double New England IPA. 8.3%, not bad. It had that nice pithy softness. Was kind of wanting something a little sharper for this particular pairing, I think. But as far as the beer is concerned, for a New England, it was not bad. It was very sweet, had a sweet edge to it, had that nice soft kind of pithy citrus underbite that was very nice. And I'm going to give it a 94 out of 100. I thought it was beautiful. So, and the food, man, was really good. I liked what I did with the marinade, the brushing that I did with the sugar and the Worcestershire sauce and beer. I thought that was a good mixture on it. It kind of candied it up and kind of went through it. I put some garlic and onion powder on it as well, and also rubbed it in with a nice coffee kind of spice rub that I did. I didn't mention that earlier, but I did do that prior to all this. But I did it in the pan. I didn't do it in the oven. I didn't smoke it or anything. So it kind of, all the liquid kind of took over everything and just kind of marinated itself and did that. It's a great marinade meat, man. It seems to, the stuff just pushes through that meat really quick. So
Yeah, it does. You're right.
yeah, and a nice chewy, or not chewy, but actually very tender meat to some extent. Even the gristle was kind of nice, but and then with the sausage was just
TV.
beautiful. Cheers, Blake. The sausage was beautiful mixture to it, a nice spicy umami meaty kind of thing going in with that pork. It was a real good mix with the applesauce and the cream cheese.
What's up, Jeremy?
Farting crap. I'm trying not to cuss. Farting crap. That's what I'm going with today.
Nice note starting.
What's up, Brian?
Oh yeah.
Brian, cheers, Thresh. We're gonna give this, honestly, like, I liked it. I liked what I did. So I'll give it a 96 out of 100. I
Wow.
won't go quite 98, 99, 100, but I'll definitely give it a higher A. I thought it was fucking beautiful, and I hope my wife liked it
Yeah,
too.
Turtle
So,
Man.
Turtle Man, cheers, man. So
Morning.
the mixture together was not that great. I would have rather had a nice, piney, edgy, sharp, piney IPA, like American freaking whiskey yumminess would have this went really well. The one I was drinking was really nice. This was too soft, too sweet. It didn't penetrate through all the umami and the salty, the onion, the garlic. It didn't get through the meat the way I wanted it to. So I'm going to give it an 89 out of 100, definitely. But it worked. It was still workable. That's all I got to say, man. Cheers to you guys.
Mr.
Cheers.
Drunk, come on.
All right. Back to me. Cheers to the JV raid that's happening right now, guys. We're
Thanks, very
15,000 people watching.
Cheers.
Yeah, I'll just try to make quick with this, like I do. Last bite, squishy. I'm with Jesse on this one. I think this might have been the best pork chop ever. Again, I got that crazy thermometer, which I will talk about here when we do our shout outs. But it's cooked to perfection. It's still nice and meaty, and I would probably put more spice on it had I known. Yeah, it does take a lot to spice up pork chops. I've done them before, but usually I do like the little thin ones. So I went to the Mexican meat market today and picked up some 3 pounds of chops. She said the thin ones or the center cut. I said, well, center cut. And yeah, they're about a finger thick or whatever. They cooked up real nice. The rating, I give it a 97 for sure, man.
What's up,
Taste is
Carla?
gonna be. Taste is gonna be.
My friend.
I wish I would have picked up some different beer to go along with it. Maybe a nice IPA or something. I don't know. But got this. We'll pour up another one. Cheers.
Cheers, everybody. Thanks
That
again for
pork chop
joining.
hitting the spot right now.
Cheers, Joe.
There's some more tomorrow for breakfast. Mm-hmm. Already
More
cooked
beer.
up. Hmm. Oh no, the chop.
Oh,
Did I give a number on the chop? I said 90.
you said 97.
That's what I meant. All right, yeah. Making sure. The beer, 89. I don't know. The beer just kind of rinses the wonderful flavor of meat away. So I'm the kind of guy that, like, I'm gonna say the last yummiest thing that I have on that plate to eat last. That way, that's the last flavor in my mouth. But this just takes all that away. Probably pork chop. They go good together, man. You can't go wrong with cheap beer and a good pork chop. I guess that's all I got.
All right.
I mean, I guess I can score together. I don't know, a 93. Right, can't go wrong with him. Man, that pork chop was awesome.
Awesome. That's
I
awesome.
did have like 5. Well, there's 3 of us in the family, and I asked for 3 pounds, and they would end up being like 5 pork chops. I wish I just would have asked for 6 pork chops, no matter what the weight, you know. But so somebody's gonna have to go with just 1 pork chop tomorrow.
Yeah.
But anyway, cheers. Thanks for having me, Alex, and cheers to the 11,000 people watching.
Mhm.
Cheers,
Very
Dale.
flavorful. Yeah, man, it was good. Umami.
Thanks for joining, everybody.
Umami.
I'm gonna have to say, this sandwich is very delicious.
A pork chop, egg, and cheese hoagie.
Maybe I'll do that one. Maybe I'll do that one day.
Right?
Oh yeah.
That would be good.
Cut that
Oh, I
thin.
like pork chops, man.
Well, that's done. I think I think the beer went well. Even though it's more cherry forward because it's cherry beer. It is good with it. You got that sweetness. You got the teriyaki sweetness. You got that cherry sweetness a little bit, even though it's not a fake cherry. It's a real cherry. I'm going to have to say that I will give the sandwich a 99 deliciousness. I'll give the beer a 90. Good stuff. Together, I think it went well. So I'll give that, the beer and the sandwich, the pairing, 98.
I think if they put as much effort into making that beer as you did making your pork chops tonight, Alex, that beer would have been 100.
Heck yeah, dude.
Probably would. Or everything would have been 100. But I honestly should make the sandwich 100. But I'm gonna give some room, and it's gonna be, like I said, 99, and this will be a 98. Very good stuff. Well, you know what I mean. It's just all good stuff. I mean, Is it the best beer? No, but is it a tasty beer? Yeah.
That's all that matters.
I'd get that again, but I probably won't because I'll be, I've already reviewed it. I might review it again since I was cut off anyway when it came to that stupid short. I thought I was reviewing the whole thing and it wasn't. That's just crazy. What?
That's an oops.
Remember that? I mean, that's what's. Oh no, you know what? That might not have been a short. That video. I don't remember. I'll have to take a look. That might have been before they turned everything into shorts. Yeah, good stuff. I'll get my rating and stuff like not rating, the shout outs and stuff like that next time around. Let's get the legendary Bumpy and then the drunk one and then the beer
We're
man.
gonna do it this way, or do you want to go full panel and have us go around?
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, shall we? Yeah, yeah. Hell with it. Why not?
Goodbye.
Whoa, we're living on the edge today, boys.
So I'm about to pour up this Strata out of the laboratory from Equilibrium, triple IPA, 10%, and I'll talk about my little promos. I have my 50-point inspection videos. I put those out on Wednesdays and Fridays. Those are my beer reviews, if anybody doesn't know. I try to keep them as short as possible by fast forwarding through all the quiet moments, like me going, "What the hell is this? I don't know," and drinking. So you get all the important information that you need from me, which is total BS because I don't know what the hell I'm actually tasting. But yeah, anyways, I hope you're just entertained. I try to throw some music in there that matches up with the beer theme, the name of the beer, maybe the brewing company, or just how the beer makes me feel. Watch out for the angry music. Monday nights, I do a live stream. It's called New Brew. It starts at 8 p.m. Eastern time. That's on my channel. It's Bumpy Road Brewery. New Brew. It is a show to bring a beer that you've never had before. It doesn't have to be a brand new beer that just came out from a brewery. Just something that you've never had. That's to join up on panel. And then I just ask that panel members bring questions if they can. I try to think of a question, especially if nobody else is coming up with questions. Also in the chat, if you're there in the chat, if you want to throw out a question, your question may become part of the show. Going to be doing some rearranging a little bit with the structure of the show just to give everybody a chance to actually talk about their beer.
Awesome.
It will be a little bit more of a beer review show again, but also putting into that like general chit chat as well. But I think that will get less confusing because a lot of people just want to talk about the beer anyways in the general chit chat. So hey, if you talk about your damn beer, what else is there to talk about afterwards? So yeah, but yeah, be there or be not there.
I didn't see that coming.
All right.
I'll shout out Last Beer. He is Josh. We know him as Josh.
This one right here.
Now, this Sunday, he's not going to be doing a show, but his channel, Last Beer, he usually does a show on Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern time. It's called Beer Bowl Discussions. He'll typically start off the show with a little, beer review of his own. Then he'll open up the panel, go through some happenings that are going on in the beer world, and then just general chit chat discussion for the most part. Like I said, that's on Sunday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern time, just not this upcoming Sunday. But cheers to
Nice.
what?
Not this Sunday?
Yeah,
Well,
he's not doing this Sunday.
Because he's not gonna be hanging out with me, but he will be in my neck of the woods.
Yeah. And then there's
as of right now, he's not gonna be hanging out with me, but who knows?
there's Tanner from East Coast LQ Reviews out in the chat too. I don't know if anybody else wants to shout him out.
We don't like that guy.
I do like.
You just keep going.
Okay. So yeah, East Coast LQ Reviews. We know him as Tanner. He does a couple different shows. We'll start off with Saturday night because that's his one main show that doesn't rotate around. That starts off at 8 p.m. Eastern time as well. It is called Rate That Beer. So just bring any beer. It doesn't matter if you've had it before or not. Just bring it on there and do a beer review, rate the beer, give it a score, right now it's Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern time. He either does the brewery review, basically, so he'll shout out a certain brewery to bring to find a beer from them. Then you'll talk about the beer that you have, also go over the brewery, rate both beer and brewery. And then also the rotating show with that is Will It Mix, which is bring anything. You can do a cuvee with beers. You could mix alcohol with beer. You could just make yourself a nice alcoholic beverage. Vodka and ice and water works.
Yeah.
That's more of just a show what you're bringing, and then just general discussions. You can talk about your product if you so wish to, or you don't have to. Right now, that's still on Wednesday as well, 9 p.m. Eastern time. And he's talking about possibly putting it out into a different day at some point, possibly. Just because Wednesday night, it's like the gauntlet of shows.
We go to one show to another. It's like boom,
so
boom, boom, boom.
by the time you get to Tanner's shows or East Coast LQ reviews shows on Wednesdays, it's basically who's not already passed out from being drunk.
I wasn't drunk. I drink a beer for each show. I don't get drunk. I just drink. That's what I do.
Yeah. All right, that's all I got. Cheers. Thanks for having me on.
Cheers.
All right, let's do Beer Man. Or no, drunk one.
Okay. It's actually Beer Man, but yeah.
I did say Beer Man, but I think it was
Beer Man.
Yeah, go ahead, Beer Man, and then
Beer Man. That's the way
that works. Yeah, Tuesday is I got it right here. It's Tripel Robust Porter or any English style beer with a Stilton, a Gruyere, or anything herbal induced in your cheese. So 3 styles of cheeses with 3 styles of beers. Pick it, bring it. 8 o'clock Eastern Tuesday for Beer and Cheese Tuesday. Wednesday will be Candyland, the game theme by Milton Bradley. Yeah, so bring something that kind of reminds you of Candyland, and that'll be at 6 o'clock Eastern for that one. And I am actually going to have to get out of here eventually here shortly after the show because I'm in the middle of trying to get some stuff done for a grand opening. So we'll get the brewery going here soon. I'm just doing my last minute things, but look out for that. Maybe Saturday night, Sunday. I'm thinking maybe Sunday, but I'll try and give you enough time to so I get some people there to participate. I'm going to have a panel as well for anyone that wants to join and have a few beers. We're not going to do any reviews, just open whatever the hell.
Just to celebrate. Hey, the Beer Man.
I'll let you know ahead of time, though. I'll let you know.
All right, Chief.
So, I got to get some time to get this done.
All right.
But without being too drunk, that is. But no, you guys, thank you, Alex, man. Thank you to the panel, to the chat. Much love to you guys. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you again.
Oh, can I mention someone real quick?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Hell no.
Time's up.
Let's pay attention to Dickie's
Go ahead.
because I love the guy very much. I want people to go check out his videos, check out his reviews. Sometimes he does Friday Night Lives. I think Saturdays, that kind of spontaneous. But check out Dickie's beer reviews. He's a great guy.
All
so
right.
cheers to
He
you.
joins sometimes, not joins
something
me,
over
but he does come about on the chat sometimes.
Yeah. I need to check, make sure my bell is running over there.
He's a good dude, man.
Yeah, I know him subbed. All right, I guess it's on to me. I'm a shout outs. I'm going to do a unboxing / although this is out of the box already. I mentioned a while ago. If I didn't, I'll mention it now. I actually accidentally ordered 2 of them. Anyways, I'm going to do an unboxing tomorrow of this thing right here. It is a Inkbird thermometer that has like 4 probes on it. It acts with your phone, and it makes cooking a whole lot easier. So I'm going to do an unboxing video for that. And I'll be doing some more stuff. I got my, I've had the camera, but I got my video editing program back, and so I'll start doing stuff again. Like I always do, let me run through the chat real quick because thank everybody for being here. We had Mark A that was first. John and Nelly popped in earlier. Miss Mary and Mr. Butch, obviously. I'm not going to mention the people that are on the panel because obviously you can see us. But it looks like Brewski Drewski stopped by, and Cheryl Crawford, as always. Rolling through. BC's Beer Reviews was here. And then Tanner from East Coast was here. And then here soon, I think we had the JV raid where there's Captain and Blake TV, JV's Hangouts, Lazy Mini Painting. I've never even heard of that name, to be honest.
Yeah, me neither.
Coming by, right? Turtle Man the Irishman, Thrash Life, Dorito was here. And I think that's Carla Having Fun. Yeah, man. So, if I missed your name in there, I'm so sorry. But I think I got everybody, John and Ellie. And, thanks for all of you for coming by. I'm trying to enunciate, but they're just not working right. Still got 7,000 watching, so that rocks. All right. Thanks again for having me, Alex. It's your turn.
Yep. Again, thank you, chat. I'm happy for all the people that have been friends with me on YouTube. I'm happy that I find new friends. I'm happy it's awesome. Thank you. Thanks to this YouTube platform, I'm happy. That's all that matters. You get a whole bunch of buddies, and that's what matters to me. Shout outs. Food Friday. We're going to be doing cheeseburger quesadillas.
Damn, dude.
And beer. That was all, it was my idea, but if it wasn't for my sister, we wouldn't have had that idea. She's not the one that gave me she gave me the idea by me having it at her house so many darn times. I do not believe we've had Casey.
We have not had quesadillas, not that I remember.
No, we did have cheeseburgers. I do believe that.
Right.
Cheeseburgers and hot dogs. But
Sloppy Joe quesadilla it is.
Well, pretty much. I'm guessing it's what ground beef, and then lots of cheese.
I don't even think we did sloppy joes yet.
Just like you do a burger, but in a
Honestly,
just like
I don't think we
ground
did
beef, I guess, like a ground.
or a sloppy Joe.
I don't think we did a sloppy joe yet.
I don't think we've done sloppy joes. My wife loves sloppy joes.
I'll have to take a look at my Food Friday, but maybe, just maybe, I think next Friday will be well, that's not a maybe now. The next Friday is going to be the cheeseburger quesadillas.
All right.
I'm thinking the following Friday we could do a sloppy Joe.
There you go. That's good until you forget about it.
Well,
you gonna remember?
Oh yeah, because sloppy Joes.
Just put it on your sticky notes.
To tell you the truth.
Right?
Let's look at the temperature next Friday and the Friday after. Is that Sloppy Joe weather?
Sloppy Joe weather.
Bobby, you helped me out. My brother's girlfriend helped me out. You all helped me out, and I appreciate all yous helping me out.
All of those. Yes, sir.
All my groups, they helped me out. You guys all helped me out. Laura, which is my brother's girlfriend.
You helped my wife out. She got dinner tonight. That was great. That worked out perfect.
Right?
Well, then that
was a great meal tonight, man.
I'm basically giving the love to everybody. And that's what we want.
Yeah,
nice.
Right.
Yes.
Even if it's by accident, I still love everybody. All right. So that's with that, and then the other shout out. We're gonna John and Nelly. It could be right now. It's just scarce. Who knows? Right now it's Stout Sundays around 7:00, 7:30 at night Eastern Standard Time. I'm just doing this because it'll get Johnny Boy. What's the saying? Drunk one put a fire up his ass.
Oh damn! Well, I didn't say that. Yeah.
Ouch.
The other way is it's inspiring.
Inspiring. No, but I think
there's no flame up the asshole.
No. That's a joke. That's a joke, drunk one. I think we were joking at one point.
Yes, sir.
It's just a joke. Yeah, it's a joke. No. Expiring. Yes, aspiring the Johnny Boy to do that when he has time. So yeah. So get the stouts on. Get your porters on, either if it's 10:30 in the morning or 7 o'clock. But as of right now, it's 7 o'clock at night, 7 o'clock or 7:30 at night.
I'm going to start at 10.
Well, hey, good. It's just the legendary Johnny Boy has always done 10:30 in the morning, or if he does his stout Sundays at night, it's always around 7 o'clock or 7:30. That's how it goes. Got to please your people. At least try to. Indeed. So get your stouts on, get your porters on. The best part is, if that's your last drink, for that night, at least you had a good nightcap. Hanging out with Johnny.
Good point. Yeah, good point.
So like I said, obviously he might do the morning springs again, but as of right now, get your nightcaps on and enjoy those beers at night. Get your stouts and porters on. It's time for me to stop rambling on. And that. I'm just saying, I could ramble on for hours. So that's it. Thank you, chat, for joining. I'm probably going to drink one or maybe another beer with these guys off air, and
4 or 5.
that's all I got to say about that. That's it for everybody, my friend. And thank you, chat. Thanks for the raid. Thanks for 5,000 watching as drunk one or 11,000, whatever.
Right.
Thank you, chat. Thank you, panel. I'm very happy and looking forward to next Friday. And then
Yeah, that sounds good.
Sloppy Joe. Sloppy Joe. Hey, a Sloppy Joe cheeseburger. That sounds delicious. But I'm not going to put it as Sloppy Joe.
Well, next Friday's
Quesadillas, right?
cheeseburger case.
All right.
Cheeseburger
Case
case.
here,
I want somebody bringing a sloppy Joe to a quesadilla party.
No.
No room for Joe. Ain't no
No,
room for Joe.
No, don't worry about that until after the quesadilla cheeseburger one first. Don't worry about that first.
Nice.
That's it. And thank you, chat. Thank you, Legendary Bumpy. Thank you, Legendary Beer Man. Thank you, Legendary Drunken One.
You bet it.
Okay. This is Alex Beermaster, and we will see you all on the next live stream and the next video. It's Alex Beermaster signing out.
See y'all next week, guys.
Next Friday.
See y'all next
Or
week.
any other beer reviews that we'll be doing on my channel.
Cheers.
Cheers.
We